So, good evening, everyone. My name is Moin. I'm one of the analysts over here, and this is our weekly session. So, let's get started. Okay, it's great. I have only you and Ronnie today. Okay, so treat it as your personal one to one. Ask me anything that comes to your mind, whatever it is. Okay, and let's see where we
Yeah,
go
I had
from
a
there.
question on when you're like actively trading, do you have like two screens side to side, or do you have it like I'm seeing it now where you have it split screen
I
with the 1 and 5
have
minute?
actually three monitors. Okay, so typically, let me put it in the chat. Typically, how my setup looks like. Give me a sec, bro. I'm gonna put it up in the chat. Okay, and I'm gonna explain like exactly how I see it and use it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I put it in the chat here. Okay, like you see there are three screens, right? And my laptop. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
see it.
on the laptop, basically, that is just for executing the orders, nothing else. Okay, that's that. I don't do anything on it. Just execute the orders. The one on my in the middle at the top, that's split into four screens. That is actually this screen that you're seeing. Okay, which basically runs Spy and QQQ all day long. Okay, this one never changes. I don't even touch this monitor usually. Okay, so this is QQQ 1 minute, QQQ 5, SPY 1 minute, SPY 5 because I mostly trade futures. Okay, that's there, but sometimes I flip to the longer time frames as well. Okay, so this is screen number two. The one that you see on your left, okay, bottom left, that is either that is like also 4 by 4 grid, which has ES and NQ, which are SPY and QQQ futures. The one that
Hmm.
you see exactly in middle, right in front of my eyes, that holds the chart which I'm trading. Let's say I traded this. Okay, so this was the one that would be on that screen. Whatever I'm actively trading, that's there. Now, you don't need three monitors to be honest. This is literally like an overkill. If you have two screens, it is way more than enough. Okay, on one screen, basically just use it to monitor the charts, whatever you're actively trading, and on the other, use it to execute your orders. That's it. And if you have a widescreen monitor, then basically split this into maybe instead of a
Smooth,
two
will
screens,
not DM,
split it into three.
said what about for Baba?
Okay. Smooth is a rich guy, guys. Okay. He has got upside down monitors, vertical, horizontal. That's different. For me, that's it. Okay. So this is actually the most important screen. Like whatever I'm trading, I would be keen to look at that at any point of time.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Two is more than enough, bro. Okay. And again, I'll take a dig at Smooth. You don't need any high definition monitor or anything because we are just looking at charts. Okay. Just get two decent 24-inch or 27-inch monitors. That's way more than enough. All right. So
Appreciate it.
that's there. Who else wants to go next? Anyone else? Any questions? Otherwise, I'm seriously gonna go to bed after a while.
Hey, Moin, can you pull up ASST? I
Yep.
think it's AST.
Assert. Assert shows something, right? Assert entities. Okay.
Yeah, it was one that.
Okay. Let's pull it up. What you're trying to
So,
do, bro.
well, I'm out of it now, but
Okay.
I
The
felt like I
chart looks
got
very
faked out, and
nice.
I don't
The
know
chart looks very
if we
nice.
looked at if we're looking at like the same thing
Mm-hmm.
as far as so I got in, I think it was 979
Okay.
if you pull. All right, and it was right when it broke above VWAP.
Okay.
And I don't know if I had to wait for further confirmation, but it just could not get like above the 980, 984. I'm trying to be patient with it, and then
Mm-hmm.
it just
Mm-hmm.
started tanking.
Right around here,
Um,
right? Right around here.
so yep,
Okay. Two
yep,
things,
that's
bro.
exactly right.
Okay. Number
I
one,
I ended up cutting it.
okay. Why did you cut it?
Well, I didn't have a big position on it. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I took 50 shares on it.
Okay.
'Cause today I was really just trying to trade late,
Mm-hmm.
but I felt like maybe I let it go down a little too far. I tried to hold on to it
Mm-hmm.
until it hit 880, and it looked like it was just gonna go down even further, which it
Which you
did.
had, which you did. You made a good
But
decision
I was
cutting it.
just curious, like I was just curious, like as far as the confirmation of trying to jump in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, was there something else that I need to wait for, or was it like a true fake out?
Again, in retrospect, bro,
You know,
we are
even
all
looking
great
at the chart.
traders. Yeah. In retrospect, we are all great traders. Okay. Looking at you, how you have grown, I have full faith on you that you had your justifications when you took the trade. What I would say is when you are trying to get in here, okay, when this move happened and it literally could not, after such a strong move, could not break the psychological $10 move up, that's your first indication this trade is not gonna work out. Okay, the pump is done.
Yep,
Makes sense, bro?
yep.
Like from here,
It does.
your headway over here, if you entered right when it reclaimed the 200, right around here, this is a very nice place to take this trade again. Okay, or something around here. You reclaimed your 200 EMA, $10 mark, VWAP, easy 50-cent trade. Makes sense. But if you're looking to enter over here and you are not breaking your $10 mark, a single push down, that is literally giving you all the indications of like buyers losing confidence on this because everybody is waiting for that magical number. Makes
Order
sense.
filled.
When that doesn't happen,
Yeah,
bro, this thing is done. It's cooked.
yeah. I think that's what I should have did was waited for it to bust through the $10
Yeah.
psychological level instead of jumping through it on the VWAP
Order filled.
because it really just came to a complete stop once I jumped in.
Yep. Because like once that place is no longer broken, the buyers simply lost their confidence on it. Okay. And then everybody is literally figuring out, oh, okay, this doesn't have the strength. Okay, the pump is done. And then you had a slow bleed through rest of the day. Okay. The other thing is, if you look at it, we're on a 1 minute chart. If we flip this to a 5 minute chart, right over here, when you were breaking the VWAP, you had this candle, which gave you a pretty strong confirmation. See? Beyond that, you literally didn't get
Yeah,
a candle with a strong confirmation yet. Okay, like a candle which is
yep,
closing above VWAP. But the critical thing was here, I think the $10 mark. The moment you fail to break it, the confidence is completely done, gone. Okay, and then basically started draining down. If you manage to slightly close above this, bro, this thing would have taken out this. Just here. If you just manage to take
right.
this out. Yeah, okay. That's the only thing I'll say. But this is totally in retrospect. We are all awesome
Order
traders,
filled.
bro, in retrospect. Okay. Even your two children, my 6-year-old, they cannot
Order
take wrong
filled.
trades in retrospect. Okay. But here, when you look at a slightly larger 5 minute time frame, now the confidence is gone, right? I don't have those closes. Even this candle, when it closed, look at the volume, it's a decreasing volume. See?
Yeah,
Okay. That's the
yeah.
only
That
thing, bro. That would have given you a hint. But otherwise, this trade basically was a fake out from here. Okay,
Yeah,
keep
it's
eye
the
on the
second
volume.
time this one faked me out.
Okay.
I think I'm done with it. I don't care what it does now.
Yeah. I traded this a lot when it was in the one just below $1 to $1 to $2 range. I think now it has a very high CTB most likely. Let me check. Give me a sec. I'm pretty sure it should have a very high CTB.
Yeah, it just hit a 52-week high today. That I think
Yeah.
that 1090,
Oh,
1091.
this is simply impossible to touch now for shorting or anything. But my hunch is you're gonna take this out pretty soon. The $10 out. Okay, it doesn't really look cooked unless it really loses this 200 EMA, starts losing it. I don't think this thing is done, bro. And look at the daily chart. Like when you have a move like this, you definitely need a cooling down period, right? Right from here, without a reverse split, this thing literally moved from 50 cents to $3 on a day, $3 to $8, $9, right? And today you touch 10. Give it a cooling down period, somewhere around here, around $6-ish. If it comes in, if it stays, this can have a nice move up again. And volume
Oh,
is not bad.
hopefully someone else catches it.
Yeah. Okay. I have a totally
Maybe
different
the third
philosophy on
time.
that.
I mean, I did make money. I've made money on this thing when it was a lot lower, but
Yeah,
yeah, the
same
past
here.
2 times I tried to trade it, just totally faked me out. The first time was pretty bad. It just
Mhm.
really dumped, but today it's just like,
And you
you know,
got it the
I
where
should
you
have waited
should
for that $10.
yeah, where you should give credit to yourself, you got it at the right place. Okay. Like 892 was like a support. I drew it like while talking to you, but you pretty much got it around this place. Cutting it here is the perfect decision you took, bro. No point against having hope that this will go back.
Yeah.
Okay, we can always live to fight another day.
No, I took it. Yeah, so I don't know if you heard me. I jumped in at 979,
And you cut it at
which was like
880.
right at the yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got out at 880.
that's the
Yep.
perfect place to get out.
Okay.
Give yourself credit, man, where it's
Yep.
due. Okay, that's
Thanks.
there. And but this one seriously, bro,
Order
the chart
filled.
looks really good. Okay, like a pullback and a move back up, very, very much viable here. All right, that's there. Anything
Well,
else you
we'll
want me
keep
to
an
tell
eye
you?
on it.
Keep an eye on it, bro. Keep an eye. What I do
No,
is
thank
on
you.
TradingView, basically I set alerts and I walk, okay, and after a while these alerts pop up, okay, and they work pretty well. Okay, try that. It works pretty nicely. Okay, you don't even
Okay.
remember. Okay, just add an alert and then put a note to it why you put it. Because after this thing pops up after 6 days, you won't remember why basically you put alert for it up at that level. Unless you got a really good memory and not
Right.
like mine. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
no.
there.
That's how I caught the CEP trade
Yeah,
yesterday. Is I set an alert
I saw
and
that one.
it went
I saw
off,
that
and
one.
that's
That
how I
was a
knew
great
to.
trade. Yeah, that's there. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so who's next? By the way, why did we dump on SPY today? Because I didn't get a chance to read the news yet. The only trade I took after coming home was on NVTS. Saw it, saw the name NVIDIA, jumped in, made a little bit of money, and walked out. That was a good one. But any idea why SPY dumped like this? Okay, so I have to do my research to find it out. All right, who has the next question? Tell me, guys.
Smooth, will not DM, said investing.com.
Okay, I'll read it up. Smooth, thanks for sharing.
Smooth, will not DM, said plus 10-year bond auction.
Order filled.
Okay, interesting. interesting. All in all, it wasn't really a good day like the way it dumped. That was very alarming. Okay, so tell me, guys, or madams, who wants to go next?
Hey, Moin, can I go?
Please, Kamran.
How are you today?
I'm good, bro. Thank you.
Actually, I came across one of the indicator. I want your opinion on it.
Uh-huh.
It called support trend. I'm not sure if you have a trading view.
What's the name?
Support trend,
Spell it.
SUPR.
Super trend.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me.
Actually, it looks a little different on. I'm not sure if you can turn it
Yeah, I
on
just kept
trading
that
view.
one. I removed everything else. I just kept super trend on. This is your super trend line. Yeah.
Okay, but it's a little different on Webull. It's not the same.
Okay.
It give you the error, like if the trend is up,
Mm-hmm.
uptrend, or it give you the
What
red
settings
arrow
you
down.
use actually?
I use a basic setting.
Okay, like ATR 10 and factor 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And then?
Then basically it give you the arrow, like it pointing if it's trending in uptrend direction or if it's
Yep,
trending in
that's what your
down.
green line and red line is over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if it's
Okay. Yeah.
exactly the same
Yeah.
thing. All right, go on.
So I was trying to back test it, and I
Mm-hmm.
noticed most of the time it's pretty accurate.
It
If
is.
you are like you trading between two times,
Mm-hmm.
you can see like in this morning I was watching Nvidia on 30
Mm-hmm.
minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all is telling me the trend is going towards the upside. And
Okay.
I was waiting on my 5 minute for the perfect entry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I see the trend is changing, that's where was my entry, and I keep going like in 36, 37 range.
Mm-hmm.
So how accurate is this indicator in your opinion?
It is a pretty good indicator, honestly. Okay. It is a pretty good indicator. What it does is it basically monitors the price, just like any other indicator, right? Like I forgot the
Yeah.
exact formula for it.
Smooth,
It's been quite
will
a
not
while.
Can you
DM,
pull
said
can you
news than
pull
any
5 minute
top.
and 30 minutes?
Sorry, 30
Can you pull
minutes.
5
Yep,
and 5 minutes
sure. What
at the
name
same
you typically trade? Typically, Nvidia? I know you
Nvidia?
trade Nvidia
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, but not these days busy at work. Just
Mm-hmm.
trying to see.
It will work, bro. Trust me, it's gonna work. Now, if you
Yeah,
look at
and
my trend line
put a
indicator,
yeah, put a 30 minute on the side, two chart at the same
no
time.
worries, we'll do that. Okay, the
So
reason
my third,
this will work very well.
yeah, because my 30 minutes is still telling me the trend is an upward. All I'm
Mm-hmm.
waiting on my 5 minute for the increase.
Okay,
You
so
see?
this is basically your super trend, right? 30 and 5 side by
Yeah,
side. Okay, this is your
yeah,
5. This is your 30. Let's come over here. Okay, the NVIDIA chart, honestly, looked amazing. Okay, anybody in their right minds
Order filled.
would have taken this
Order
trade.
filled.
Okay,
yeah,
seriously, before our resident market maker, Mr. Smooth, killed the market, literally. Okay,
yeah,
till here, the chart looked amazing. There's absolutely no reason not to go long on this thing. SPY is having a tremendous momentum. This guy is having a follow through. Okay, right over here, you can see this thing literally started dumping, right? Okay,
yeah,
the trend will first show the change in the smaller time frame here, which is your 5, which exactly happened.
yeah,
Look at your super trend. Your super trend started turning red, correct?
yeah,
Right from here. Okay, My
Yeah.
trend line indicator start turning red probably just 5 minutes before that. Okay, one candle before. On the 30, same story. Okay, till here, everything is going good. Right at here, look, your super trend is literally telling you the dump has started. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this all will work very well. What you need to combine is that just have a look at what the volume is doing. If the volume is supporting you, you are good to go, my brother. There is nothing to hold you back. Makes sense?
Yeah. I mean, I see. I try to run it like few times, and I think
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty accurate. That what it
It
tells
is.
you.
It
But
is.
you need to focus on your volume, like you say.
Yeah,
If there is no enough volume, then it won't push as expected.
There was
exactly.
also news today, so it doesn't matter how perfect anything is. In fact, I was waiting. Nvidia was on the cusp of breaking out of inverse head and shoulders. So the breakout, my target was like in the 140s, and that news kind of killed that idea quickly. All
On
the
which time
technicals
frame
were
you
there.
got
Everything was
Head and Shoulders move?
30-minute inverse head and shoulders.
30.
Go back out more. It's
Hold
several
on a sec.
days.
Hold on a
Zoom
sec.
out a little bit.
Hold on a sec, bro. This one,
You
when
see
it
that?
broke out. Yep.
There's the right shoulder. The
Yeah.
left shoulder is right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Here. 1, 2, 3.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Very overextended. And the only reason it was so horizontal and not like a trend is
Mm-hmm.
because we just came off of a massive run up, right? So the
Hmm.
consolidation created an inverse for the breakout of
This was a
range.
perfect
Because
breakout.
either it,
This level
yeah.
when it broke
And
through.
then, and I was
Order
waiting
filled.
for 137.40. That's actually specific. It's so funny. My level is 137.40. And I was waiting for that to break and hold, and I was gonna
Mm.
add to my position.
Okay.
And and then
Yeah.
that happened. Then the news came.
You remember I sent you a screenshot? Like today was like the biggest win I had from the phone ever. Okay. And then
Yeah.
I stopped, right? After that, Usman is texting like, okay,
It-
this thing is like a 200-point drop. I'm like, I just finished trading a while ago, totally on a bull run, and what 200-point drop?
Order filled.
That was
yeah, I know.
crazy.
Same
That
thing
was
with me.
crazy.
I
Huh?
came in. It was like a run up.
Yeah.
I came in like a little bit later in the morning. It was a full run up. I was like, wow, $5 for the morning on SPY,
Hmm.
and then boom, like within like 5 minutes, it was a
Yeah.
$10 drop or something like that.
That's like a crazy move, right? Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, but it was all news, so it doesn't matter what indicator or technicals that you use.
the catalyst basically killed it all.
News is superior to everything else. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
Like look at penny stocks. No one thinks they're gonna go anywhere. It just takes one good news to get a pump, and then it goes back to where it was.
Order
So
filled.
not
Very bad. Don't insult penny stocks. Me and Ronnie, we love penny stocks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
then
there.
invest long term.
Yeah, really. Anything more?
Okay.
Best way to lose money. Okay, going long term on penny stocks, seriously. 1 in 200 probably hits and then you're dead. Okay, but anyway, that's there. Okay, but use the indicator Kamran, use it with volume, you should be good, bro.
Yeah, I'm testing it, and most of the time it works pretty good with the
Mm-hmm.
volume,
Yeah, as long as
and
your
it's pretty
volume
good for the
sustains, you'll
beginner,
be
you
good,
know.
bro.
Yeah, if you're not sure which section you wanna go, you can rely on this
Mm-hmm.
indicator. It's
True, made sense.
pretty decent.
Yep. Okay,
Yep.
that's
Thank you,
there.
Mike.
Okay, so who
Order
else
filled.
has next question? Tell me. I used to have a script in NinjaTrader based on Super Trend. Okay, so it really works, trust me.
Yeah, I found that it worked like most of the time, like 70-80%.
Mm-hmm.
It worked, and that's why I wanted to have a second opinion. But thank you
Always
for
test
explaining.
it, try it, bro. You know the answers.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Alrighty, who wants to have the next question? I think we're done for the night. Okay, quick thing. Okay,
I have one question.
okay, you go on.
You said you don't short penny stocks, right?
What?
And that's all
I
you
don't
do,
swing
man.
pennies,
I
bro. I
thought
don't swing pennies,
you
bro.
said you don't go long. You don't only go short, but that's all you're doing is shorting,
I
bro. Help
short.
me.
Sometimes I go
I
long.
only I have a cash account. I can't follow your trades if it's a short, bro.
Okay. Sometimes I go long. Okay, I'll try to go long. Okay.
Because I feel like it's easy. I'm
Because
not
it
gonna actually.
works,
I'm
bro.
not gonna
Honestly.
correct myself.
Yeah.
I'm not. But it's harder to go long. Is better what I should say
No,
instead
no,
of
no.
saying
No.
it's
Let me pull
easier
up
to
this
go
chart.
short. It's
Let me
harder
pull
to
up
go
this
long. I
chart.
feel.
I came home.
I want
Okay.
to know how to do that.
Switched on my computer right around 5 p.m. Okay.
Oh my god.
Seriously. Okay, right around 5 p.m. I reached home at 5. I saw like no trades, nothing. Okay, but you just can't resist it, right? You have to look. The
Oh my
scanner basically
god.
pulled it up. This by this time, this is super extended. Look at this. Okay, there are a few things you need to remember. Okay, there
Okay.
these guys will associate names. Okay, just like you wanna be associated with famous people, these guys also wanna be associated with famous people. Okay, by the time I came home at 5, this is already here. Okay, just when I switched on, this is right here.
Yeah.
Okay, broke to the level, I quickly charted it. The news is basically they got selected by Nvidia. Okay, their semiconductor company got selected by Nvidia. It's a great news, right? You have the right name backing you up. Okay, you have probably the most famous name right now in semiconductor industry that's backing you up. Okay, all you need is, okay, it's super extended, everything is good. Okay, we broke through these levels, we are right here. All I did is I'm looking at, I trade a lot based on EMAs, right? All I'm looking at is the trend broken. Absolutely not. Your RSI dot sticks is over 80. Who cares? If this stays, this is the next leg. Okay. If you go here, you will touch 575-ish. So my target was easy 25 cents over here. Okay, I just jumped in right here. Okay, when I saw this dip, this is exactly where I jumped in. Okay, the trend is not broken on this candle. I jumped in 530s. Target is 575. Just
Mhm.
breezed through it. Okay, literally just breezed through it. Cut this like a knife. Okay, now I'm sitting back. My target is 6. 6 I got out most. 625, I'm out of it fully. Okay, after that, wherever it goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one, if you look at this, like why this is so strong and what tells you like this is here to stay. Look at a daily chart. Let it pull up. Okay, this is my daily chart on this thing. Look, I never even came close to here. Okay, I literally had to go to a weekly chart to find the next level. Okay, till where it basically can go. Literally, you will see like between that 550, once it broke that 550 mark, right around here, from here to here, there is nothing. It's a total void. There are absolutely no levels here. Okay, so naturally what? It will gravitate towards moving up. And exactly where it died from, if you pull up the daily chart, you will see literally your 200 EMA on the daily is somewhere around this place. Exactly around that place it died. So all
Wow.
they needed to do is just put the news pretty late in the day. Typically 4 p.m. it starts running. Okay, after 4 p.m. this is continuously going up, right? That tells you very clearly you cannot short this because your trend is intact. If after the first candle, if this thing started dumping, that's your first thing. Okay, or when you have a red candle and this thing is coming down, breaking below your levels, you can short. This thing is not going anywhere, coming anywhere down. Makes sense? That's how you choose, like which one I want to short, which one I want to go long. Okay, the ones which basically will have one single spike and on the next candle you start coming down, those are ideal candidates for shorting.
Okay, but if it's like a stacking candle like that, you consider like then you pull up your levels and start
Unless
charting it out.
unless you wanna lose money. Okay.
Okay.
Look at this one. What would you make of this chart? Would you trade it?
That's choppy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not. I wouldn't even take options on it if it was like a mega cap.
Would you go long on it? Absolutely no. Would you go short on it? Absolutely yes. Makes sense?
No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Every time you're touching, you're dumping back nearly to the 200 EMA. And if this 200 EMA gives away, you're gonna flush pretty heavy. Let's pull the daily. Okay. On the daily, you can see it's a very low volume thing. Today it tried to pump up based on the news from yesterday, and literally it never sustained. This is simply trapping buyers, okay, giving them the hope, but every time it's actually making a lower high. Do you see? Lower high, lower high, lower high. So once basically this level gives away, this 225, you're coming down straight to 2. And once you break 2, you're going back to where you started from. This is the one you want to short. Let me pull another example. This was a very nice one to short yesterday. My biggest problem is I cannot hold things. I have to take profits, run away, sleep. This was a short yesterday I took. This is the example I'm giving you, Smooth. Like, first candle, boom, right?
Yeah.
Everybody jumped in. Okay, because they had a news about cancer drug, which basically worked, okay, pretty well. It's not even a phase 1. Okay, it is pre-phase 1, a trial, okay? Nobody read the later
Okay.
parts of the news. Okay, they read it's a cancer drug. It succeeded on a patient, okay, who basically had 60 other treatments or whatever, all failed. What they did not read later onwards, this was the only patient on whom this drug was tested.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, it happens, right? You don't test on 10
That's
experimental
insane.
drugs, you don't test on 10 different people first, right? It might kill all 10 of them. Okay, Osman can say this better because he's a doctor. But what my understanding is, you start with a very small sample size, you see success, they let you go on bigger sample sizes. Okay, so nobody read the last part because we live in a world, okay, that they also know how to put
That's
the
insane to me.
headlines. Yeah. So the headline
Uh-huh.
basically read that they found their cancer drug cured something, okay, which basically 60 other 60 other previous treatments failed or something. If you spend another 10 seconds opening the news and reading a little bit more, you will see this trial was only on one patient. It can be an absolute anomaly, right? That guy could have got cured for
Oh my
something else
god.
altogether. Okay, so the moment you say this, everybody jumped in. You broke your level. 148, went 1 cent higher. Just like the thing I was telling Ronnie that if this breaks 150, the magic mark, you will pump. It did not. The second candle started coming down. This is from where basically I started shorting it. I think my short was at 149. Okay, that's where you short. And after that, when you see it fading, this is it. Go for it. Okay, because there's nothing that is supporting you that this guy is gonna go back up. Makes sense.
No, for sure. That sounds like a crazy scenario, though. I can't believe that
You
that
can
actually
find the
happens often,
news.
you're saying?
Yeah, it happens very often. Okay.
Order
Penny
filled.
stocks are pretty much pump and dump. Okay, like
Order filled.
people like me and Ronnie who trades them regularly will tell you. Okay, you catch the momentum, you ride it, and after a while they will fade. Okay, so this was a very nice trade actually to short. Only if I held it, I covered around I think 125, I was fully out. Only if I held it, look where it went today. Pretty much back to the same place because people now realize like it was a pump, they got duped. Okay, vice versa. Look at this one. The short interest rate on this thing is 505%. Okay, so if you are holding it for a year, whatever you shorted it for, your interest rate would be 5 times of that. First, big no. You cannot touch this for a short. This is idle for a long. Make sense? Okay. The
Yes.
short percentage absolutely is a crap thing. Okay. Something can be shorted, have a short rate of like 80%, but has a cost to borrow of like 2%. Who cares? I'll hold my 80% share, okay, or people who shorted those 80% people will hold it till it comes down because your cost to borrow is 2% only. Here, your cost to borrow or the short is basically 505%. This is absolute no, and it has a very tiny float. The float is somewhere around 2 million ish. Okay, all you need to do is wait for the pump, let it find a level. When it's not breaking below, all you need to do is just set an alert somewhere around here.
Order filled.
This thing, set an alert and sit back. You don't need to do anything more. Let it do its thing. Okay, it breaks this
Order
level.
filled.
Look at the chart. If it makes sense, go right in, jump in. That's it. Okay, because once it broke this level very close to the market end, you can be sure this thing is gonna get pumped up. I'm gonna put this type of longs for you guys more than. Okay, so that's it. Take it in at $3.
Yeah, no, you don't have to force it, but
No, no, no. I do
it's
take.
harder for me to like do a short. I can't follow that
No worries.
without
I'll
switching,
put up
and I
more.
wouldn't want to switch.
Okay, I'll put up more because all I did is I set up an alert here the moment this started breaking up. I was just waiting for the market close. Okay, because sometimes this just goes up before the market closes and then dumps. Once this candle happen, I'm all in smooth. Okay, my entry was 350. First target is 375. Little bit before this. Scale out. Okay, from there, the immediate scale is 4 and then 425. I was out here. Honestly, I didn't expect this to happen today. This was like crazy, right? But after a few days, you will see like this comes down back here. So people who are thinking this is a great news and that, it's not gonna work. Okay, this will come back. Be very sure about it. Again, the news that they played is it had something to do with Amazon. If you go back yesterday, you will see the news. Okay, they will tag these type of names. When you see a very strong name linked with a company which literally no one knows about, what do you think? Hey, if they're basically tagged with Amazon or something, it will look like it looks very good, right? Because Amazon is not gonna come and join in like Moin's company. Let's just put it like that. If I had a company, okay. So that's basically how you read the news. Wait for a sec to read the news. Just look at the cost to borrow and the float. That gives you the indication where this thing is gonna go. Hull, which I showed you before, had a float of 100 something million. Okay, it's gonna take a lot of money to move that float. This one has a float of like less than 3 million, probably somewhere closer to 2, most probably, if I remember. This will fly the moment you start squeezing it. Makes sense?
Yeah.
I love penny stocks, honestly. I think like even if I make a lot of money on the market, I'll still be trading penny stocks because these really are easy wins, low hanging fruits.
Just waiting to be grabbed.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing that I don't do is like looking to go long term or on that. Okay. I don't know if you told you guys the story. There used to be a company called Seal. Okay. I think it got delisted or whatever. Or maybe it's still there. Yeah. It's in OTC market now. I still have one share of this company. It is valued at $222. Look at the price now. 0.005. And look how this thing basically reverse split how many times. I started trading in 2021 February. Okay, this was one of the very first stocks that I bought
Does this say 24,000 is the high?
because it had multiple reverse splits. That's why you're seeing that. Okay, one, two, three reverse splits. Do you see?
Okay.
Okay, that's the reason basically is like that. This is the risk of trading sub pennies because sub pennies basically will keep on reverse splitting to maintain their listing till the market regulators catch up with them and totally kick them out of the market. Okay, so this thing literally, okay, yeah, I made a little bit of money, but I lost a lot more on this. Okay, my total loss on sale is somewhere close to like $7 or $8,000. Okay, I kept one share still of it, always to remind me of the name. Never ever to think of like going long on a penny stock because they had like very
Go long
promising
term.
drugs and all that and that. Okay, look at it. I at least managed to cut
That's
my
insane.
losses and get out, right? Look at this thing. It kept on dumping. It kept on dumping. Even a year back, okay, less than a year, 6 months back or 7 months back, this was the value. We
Order
just had a
filled.
reverse split. And you kept on dumping till it got delisted. Okay, and once you go to the OTC market, you're dead. There is no coming back from there. Okay,
Order
so
filled.
it is very nice if you can catch the momentum on it and trade it. Quick short-term trades. Okay, you need any help? Hit me up. Ronnie is another specialist in this. Take them, walk away, lock your profits, and you're done. Just don't get married to them. All right, so that's there. I'll end it up here. Smooth, you got a live tomorrow, right?
Yeah, in the afternoon at 1 p.m. I'll be going live.
Excellent. I will try to go live with you. I'll be definitely there, but I'll try to go live in the morning as well. Okay, so that's that.
Alrighty.
And an
Sounds good.
ardent request from all three of us. Okay, Smooth created a poll because like we keep on trying to improve, right? And at times it becomes very
It's
difficult for us
general.
to understand, like, simply call it a tunnel vision. I will always think what I do is the best thing that can be done, right? We sometimes totally forgot like the opinion of other people or that. Help us to do it. You created the
It's
form,
pinned.
right? Okay,
Yeah, it's pinned.
so over here, okay, if you go to the pin, uh, if you go to the pin here, you see like he created a survey. Okay, it's gonna take maximum a minute or two for you guys. Give us your honest feedback. Okay, like where we can improve or what things you guys like to see. Okay, that will really help us to improve. Okay, that is, take it as a request from all three of us. Okay, if you do it, we'll be really happy, and that will help to improve for all of us here. Okay, I always say like treat this server as your own. Okay, and as long as we all can grow together, that's the best reward that we can get from here. Okay, so that's my request, and have a good night, everyone. Talk to you all tomorrow then.
Order filled. Order filled.